Hello and welcome back. This is round one with our black-white pirates, or not pirates, vampires list.
And our little buddy here, Pedro, he's going to give us some questions and stuff. Like the usual, this is an unkeepable hand.
We got 2 planes and
I'm not at all sure it's unkeepable.
We can play a Skyblade, but then we have to believe that our deck has more than 2 lands in it.
And I firmly do. And if we hit a swamp, we get a Skullduggery, and if we hit more planes, we get Territorial Hammerskull.
There's a lot of ifs in there, but once again, it always, of course, comes down to Mr. Adam because he is piloting the mouse, and we're in a different state.
I'm pretty sure this is keepable.
Okay.
Interesting.
But remember, if anything goes wrong here, it's all on Pedro.
I mean, I'm saying maybe not with it, but all right, I believe.
You guys are probably right. It's probably worse than our average 2 or 6. The problem is this doesn't have any plays.
We have a turn 1 Skullduggery.
No, we don't. It has to target your creature. That being
Does
said,
it
I still
say
use
your
this.
creature?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes. Target creature you control gets 1/1. Target creature opponent controls is now going 1. It has to target both.
So, Molt 1.
I think it's Mold of 5.
Shh.
I believe.
Heart of the cards, baby. Heart of the cards. Come on. So
We're
don't
lagging.
lag out. There we go.
This is keepable.
We have a turn 3.
And a turn
I
2.
think we can do it. Yeah. Scry up to the top, baby.
Play the planes.
I agree. Moto might not, but I agree. However, we've already established that none of this side of the camera's opinions matter, though. So
That's not true.
we'll just sit over here.
I value
Alright.
Pedro's opinion.
You did. I see another dinosaur in here.
Say, you don't know Pedro very well if you opinion.
Okay, so we have a 2 drop.
It's a 1/3, but
Oh, it's a 1.
yeah, it costs 2 mana though.
Okay.
It's a 1/3 with flying.
Okay.
Chris, it's starting to reverb a lot, just so you know.
Okay. Let's see if I can turn you down on our side.
So, I'm not.
What is the play here?
I think it's probably swing in and then Hammerskull second main.
I think you're right. I wish it was. I wish the swamp had been a plains. Because then we could have played Skyblade and held up Vampire Seal.
Yeah?
And that would have been very good. Because it would have gotten us a second creature on board and blanked heads.
Frenzied Raptor. Although he is making a grave error, he doesn't have Razzle Dazzle Raptor on field yet.
That's terrifying. It's the Imperial Aerosaur, the 3/3 that gives a creature flying for the turn.
Oh.
So we're taking 5.
Could be worse.
It'd be 20.
See?
So what are we?
Are we Hammerskulling in and dropping Bloodletter in second main?
I believe so.
Because we don't have 2 planes as we've established.
Yeah, so there's no real reason. I think we hold back the Skyblade though, because then we
So
can.
that we can block the Aerosaur.
Yeah, and then we can just block.
Wait, is Aerosaur 3/3?
Yeah, it is. But we'll have the Sky March
Do we
down.
want to hold up Vampire Zeal?
That means we wouldn't play anything this turn.
Yeah, it'd be kind of depressing. I'm just throwing out options.
I think leaving back to block and playing the Sky March Bloodletter is our best bet.
Why not hold up the Vampire Zeal so you can take out the 3/3?
My
We can
downside
double block.
Okay. Double.
Yeah, we're still planning on blocking the 3/3. But the downside to holding up Vampire Zeal is if we do, that means we don't play anything that turn.
Okay.
And if, for example, we draw planes, next turn we can play Skyblade of the Legion and still hold up a Vampire Zeal. Is this where he plays Charging or Monster Storm makes us cry?
Mm-hmm. And then the next 2 turns will both be Burning Sun's Avatar.
I think it is double block the Aerosaur.
Since that I believe was the plan, I'm with you there. And I'm betting he layers kill the Bloodletter and then kill the Skyblade.
I'm betting he combat tricks.
Well, of course. But yeah.
Yeah.
So there were combat tricks.
Yep, he
Yeah,
slashed
he
a
had the
talon
slash
for
of
2.
talons.
Oh, okay.
Told you we should have saved up the Vampire Zeal.
I think we just lose this one.
I mean, that's highly possible. It is a specialty of ours.
Well, it's mostly we mulled to 5 against a white-red aggro deck.
And it's all Pedro's fault.
And we missed, what, 3 land drops in a row?
It is true. It is true.
Like, just everything about this game has not been in our favor. Sure, you can play an S-Dropper. So I think this
it's not
turn,
too hot here.
No.
we eat the Nest Robber, take 8, and block the Frenzied Raptor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That and that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I mean, if we can draw a Mark of the Vampire, we're actually in really good shape.
Or a land.
Yeah, for the Shining Aerosaur. I mean, preferably both, and land, Mark of the Vampire, like that order. That'd be pretty nice.
Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. We got this.
Unless there's combat tricks.
Now you gotta win one for the Gipper, even though he's gonna win. No, that's not a combat trick. Never mind. That's just his dude's time.
Sure Strike. He had a combat trick.
Oh, okay. It was a combat trick. I thought there was a combat trick somewhere in there.
But yeah, we just can't deploy enough blockers. So that's this game.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, sideboard in a red deck?
No.
Is there any sideboard options here? Since
Actually, kind of amusingly, the Looming Altasaur would be a legitimate sideboard option here.
pushing through.
Hashtag got there.
Oh man, I'm so happy right now.
You didn't see anything that'd make me want to bring under duress.
No.
Maybe Allegiance Judgment. He's on red-white dinosaurs. That's a lot of big guys. So it'd probably be Allegiance Judgment for Vanquish, because Vanquish are gonna miss more. They just that swap.
What about the Altasaur?
I did tell Pedro I would bring the Altasaur in.
Yeah, you can't go back now.
So
So
need to be an Indian giver.
Exactly.
I would probably take out the Steadfast Armasaur and Vanquish and just run this.
That works for me.
I really like
Any-
having Vanquish the week though.
Any votes from the peanut gallery?
I think for you to win this game, you have to put the Pirates Plus on the Lumino.
I think we actually kept one Skullduggery to keep the Vanquish the weekend.
Really? Can you explain why?
I just have a feeling that Vanquish the week is better, and I know that's not a good enough answer. But like,
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't,
pretty lame answer.
I
I thought we
don't
paid
want-
you better than that.
you don't pay me, so no, you don't.
I don't know. Nothing's better than what you just gave us.
I just really don't like cutting conditional kill spells, regardless of situation. But I think it's still correct, and that makes me feel bad. so we'll run this back.
Okay.
We go back at it again.
It's got the 3 best cards in the game, Snapkeep.
I'm gonna say keep.
See, I know you said it kind of as a joke, but I think it is a keep.
Dang it!
I meant that.
Hitting any amount of lands gets this Territorial Hammerskull on board. I don't know.
What's the lowest drop here? Was it 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a mulligan. This is a keep.
Got the Queen's Commission, boy.
Yeah, it gives us a buffer on life and stuff.
Oh no, we forgot to draft the token. Hopefully somebody just left them on the table after the draft.
Oh. I really want to hit my 5th land.
We bottom it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it stands to reason we would draw a 5th land eventually.
But we're not going to.
Oh no, we're never going to draw a 5th land. But I like to think that we might.
Okay, so I don't know if I don't think I understand the Queen's Commission.
It makes 2 1/1 vampire with lifelink for 3 mana.
So yes, that is what it does. What my buddy here is asking is, why do we care?
Yeah.
We want it gives us 2 blockers, which is really good against their deck because it means they can't get through with like the 4/2. And it also gives us a life buffer because we'll gain life when we block with it.
Okay, yeah, I understand where you guys are. I was just curious because I couldn't see it being just a 1/1 and having.
But they're one with lifelink.
Well, now they're not. It's the 3/2 with first strike.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of messes you guys up.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't. Yeah, it still does.
We get 1 turn of wasted time.
Yeah, I don't think we attack here, because if they leave back the Emissary to block, we can swing in with the Hammerskull anyway, and then tap it down.
Exactly.
And if they attack with the Emissary, we hit them back, we net lose 1 life, because we gain 2 off the lifelink, and then we play Shining Aerosaur, and we're still completely fine with that. Because the Shining Aerosaur can block the Emissary Sunrise profitably.
Because we be big and scary. And if you give us another 1/1 counter, we can judge it with our Legion.
Yeah, we're just going to take this.
Like a champ.
And he's making me wish we had left in Vanquish the Week.
I think is Chris right on this case?
I mean, generally not, but I still think the correct answer is Hammerskull into their Hammerskull. They take 4 second main, we Aerosaur, but it doesn't matter because they tap down with Hammerskull.
So is Hammerskull whenever
Whenever he attacks.
Okay.
He gets to tap down a guy.
Yeah.
And then even if they tap down our Aerosaur on defense, we still get back for
2, 3.
3 in the air. Because right now we're completely winning this race. Like, as the board stands. They're dealing 3 to us a turn, and we're dealing 7 to them.
Until they play some of them nasty combat tricks. And we're also gaining 2 a turn.
That was included in the... because they're doing 5 to us, actually. So that is a card that we definitely Legion's Judgment.
Yep.
Crescent Horn.
Oh, yeah.
Or do we just play the Glorifier of Dusk?
I think we kill the Bonded Horncrest, and then I think we kill the Bonded Horncrest for right now.
I think we kill Bonded Horncrest, swing in with all, tap down Emissary with Territorial Hammerskull.
Yes.
And then he either takes 6 and eats a token, or he takes 5 by blocking bouncing the Hammerskull. And I'm okay with either of those.
Works for me.
Swinging in with the team.
Swinging in with the team. Because he has 2 choices here. He can either bounce off the Hammerskull or eat a token, and we're fine with either of those outcomes.
He could also just ignore it entirely if he really wanted to, but that's a poor decision.
Okay, he has more than 2 choices, Chris, but 2 reasonable ones. And we're in fact going to assume that our opponents are rational actors.
I mean, we're not.
Okay, so at this point, they're just trying to race.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's correct. I think them racing us is wrong. Like, even ignoring what's in our hand. They'd have to play something extremely frightening for me to... Yeah, even then, like, I think we're still fine.
Looks like.
Alright.
Swing Team Glorifier of Dusk?
I think so. But I was going to ask about, do you think Paladin's better? Because Paladin would give us a blocker next turn, because we'd still be able to keep one up after Territorial Hammerskull. Oh,
That's true, but I don't think we care. We're at 16.
That's fair.
The only life total that matters is 0.
Yeah, I was actually about to say I think he has Slash, and then I realized I didn't care if he Slash or Talon our 1/1 token.
I don't know, I care about his life a little bit.
So it's going for the...
What was that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the answer that you're looking for is yes.
What did Pedro say?
Oh, the decision to go with the Mox or Angel instead of the Bloodstain.
Yeah. If for no other reason that it's more mana efficient, it's better to use as much mana as you can 90% of the time.
Okay.
Like, there are occasions where playing the 1-drop is better just because for whatever, but if you're facing a close play, you're usually right if you use as much mana as you can on a turn. Did you just have a second one? Nope, Pterodon Knight. Alright, so what happens if we swing in and tap down his Pterodon Knight? He'll take 6 and fall to 2.
Yep.
We'll take 3 on the Crackback. And then we can play Paladin and block both of these.
That sounds right. Oh, he'll Hammerskull one of them. So we'll block one of them.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking 5 next turn.
Is that if he doesn't play anything?
Assuming he doesn't do anything fancy.
And if he does anything fancy, we'll still...
So it's either a choice of like being conservative or finish it.
Beat face.
Yeah, but we have no reason to be conservative because we're fairly confident that we can win this race. He would have to do... Even if he played like Charging Monstrosaur, which would be the ultimate like thing that would make us... that would punish us, we would still survive. Because we can chump block one of these guys, gain a life, and then... Or just chump block. Like, let's say we block the Sunrise Seeker, we'll take 2, 5, 10. And like we'll survive that attack.
Okay.
So there are very few things he can do that would make us not survive this next turn, and if we survive this next turn, we're almost guaranteed to win. Because we have 4 attackers and he has virtual 2 blockers. And if absolutely nothing else, we pay 2 life and fly our Glorifier of Dusk, and then Territorial Hammerskull tap down their Pterodon Knight and they don't have any flyers. And then that does represent lethal outside of everything else going on.
Until they drop Monstrosaur, of course.
Even if they drop Monstrosaur, like then we can't. I was saying something.
It's okay, we aren't paying attention.
If they drop Monstrosaur, then we can't fly him, but then we're still taking non-lethal on attack.
He's
Yeah.
Alright, how's he tapping?
probably gonna tap the Bloodstain.
Yeah, he taps our Bloodstained. So we block his Hammer Skull.
Mm-hmm.
We gain 1 and then lose 6, so we net 5.
Yeah, net 5.
And that'll put us at 6. And then does anything kill us?
I think Dinosaur Stampede.
Dinosaur Stampede would, because his Territorial Hammer Skull would gain
It
trample.
would not kill us. It would put us at. No, it would. It would kill us.
That's
Right.
5, that's 10, and then that's... So I think the
Dinosaur
correct play
Stampede.
is actually block the Emissary Sunrise, because it won't get trample. Because then we'll take 5. And then we'll have him on a crackback.
Okay. Assuming yes, Dinosaur Stampede.
And if he doesn't, then we just miss out on gaining 1 life. Actually, we don't, because Emissary Sunrise does 1 more point of damage. So, like, we net the same health. If we had blocked the Territorial Hammer Skull, we'd gain 1, lose 6, and get net 5. In blocking him, we take 5. So, but I'm pretty sure he had the Dinosaur Stampede, because that's the only way that attack makes sense.
No. He conceded.
Oh,
So he took that
He
game.
didn't want to reveal that he had Dinosaur Stampede. He wanted to keep the mystery open.
there we go. Looming all for with the comeback, man.
He never showed up, but MVP.
Yeah, he was there in spirit.
It's actually what the LE in our logo stands for. It's not limited experience. It's Looming Altasaur.
Yes.
Not Altasaur. Altasaur.
Altasaur. So do we want to change? I think we want to bring in the Vanquish again, because there were a lot of 3 things.
What would it be here? Or would anything?
We take out something. We don't run 41 cards.
I think we take back the Queen 8. Well, if we make it to 6, the Queen's Agent will win us the game. Just he can't compete with a 4/4 lifelinker. Excuse me. I think we take out one of the 2 Shining Aerosaurs.
Wait, or do we
No.
take out the Steadfast Armasaur?
We already did.
Okay. I realized that as I said it, but I wasn't sure.
I think it's actually we go down on 1 Skyblade.
I can live with that.
And this is actually the first hand that I actually like. Keep.
Turn 3, we Hammer Skull. Turn 4, Mark of the Vampire on the Hammer Skull.
And have a
And then we
4/5.
might have one the second land by turn, or so the 6th land by turn 6 to drop Queen's Agent.
Okay.
He went down to 6 cards and tops his Scry.
Okay.
Well, that's a Vona. So that's a pretty nice curve.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys are doing everything. You're dropping something.
We actually are in the weird spot where we want to draw a land, I think, every turn for the next 3 turns.
Okay.
Because we get Territorial Hammer Skull on 3. No, we want to draw a 2-drop next turn and then several lands.
Yeah. I was wondering how you were going to justify that.
Because we get a Hammer Skull on 3, and then we get Mark of the Vampire on 4, Vona on 5, Queen's Agent on 6. And like that, all of that is good.
So was that Nest Robber? Because I don't think the art
Yes.
is Nest Robber.
No, that's Sure Strike.
Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy.
Alright, so we didn't quite get there on a 2-drop. Not that that's surprising, considering we trimmed them. But... And if in the meantime, if we pick up like a Looming, or a Shining Aerosaur or something, that's a second Nest Robber. If we pick up like a Shining Aerosaur and we play a 5/6 flyer lifelink, like that is also a fine thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now we don't want to draw any more lands the rest of the game.
Yeah.
what I'm seeing here.
What was that?
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I do too. If he doesn't tap out pre-combat, which he is, cool. I was about to say I don't think we're blocking, but now I would have happily blocked. So I think we mark the vampire, and then I'm not sure. I'm not sure
is
we
that a
attack.
Frenzy Raptor?
Yeah, it is, but I'm not sure we attack. I think we just hang out with a 4/5 lifelink.
Huh?
Because if we attack, we tap down his Frenzy Raptor, he'll take 4, we gain 4, and then we take 8 on the crackback. And, like, I don't like that.
Yeah, and we're currently not winning the race yet.
And we're very much winning a long game, because we have Vona contract killing into Queen's Agent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's Mark of the Vampire Pass. And then he also can't attack into us anymore, because we can just eat his creature. Like, even if he attacks with all 3, we block the Nest Robber, so then tricks don't get us. Eat the Nest Robber, take -2, and, like, that's completely fine.
What did you guys contract killing that for the turn?
The flyer?
Yeah.
I think that is correct. I think we contract killing the Pterodon Knight.
Man, I'm learning. Look at
You
me.
are.
Calling out plays.
Because Vona needs to be on board for a turn to be good, and we're not paying 7 life right now because that put us too low. And there's not really anything I'd want to do with him, for lack of a better way to say that. And in the meantime, I don't want to take a 3/3 flyer. And the next turn we can hopefully double spell as long as we stop drawing lands. Which statistically, we're likely to, because we're already 8 lands deep into this deck, and we're less than half the cards in. Sure, Emissary of Sunrise is fine. I think I'd rather him hit a land, or not land. Slash of Talons. It's nice for us to know that he has that.
Mm-hmm.
And he did keep it on top.
I mean, I feel like it'd be weird if he didn't.
Skullduggery is a really good draw.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we play Queen's Agent instead of Vona. And then if we need to, we can Skullduggery off of a treasure.
Do we want to swing in possibly Skullduggery and then Queen's Agent?
Ooh, I think we do. That's a good plan. Because I don't think any blocks he can make.
Do we tap down the Emissary or the Raptor?
I think we tap down the Raptor.
Yes, because we want the Emissary to die. And in any case, we can Skullduggery just kill a Nest Robber.
Yeah, well, the plan right now is Skullduggery. Oh, he's just taking it. Do we Skullduggery anyway and just eat a Nest
I think
Robber?
we Skullduggery, kill the Nest Robber, and
Get in for an extra 1.
Draining.
And then, now I could actually make an argument for playing Vona.
I could too, but I could also make an argument for playing a 4/4 lifelink that might pseudo draws a card.
Well, it's a 3/3
So-
lifelink that pseudo draws us. But a 4/4 lifelink has to be better than a 3/3 lifelink that pseudo draws.
Yes, but if if Queen's Agent ends up being a 4/4 lifelink, that scryed us down a card or scryed us up a card.
Okay. And you are right. Mana efficiency is king.
Or Queen in this case.
Ooh. Nice.
That's Paladin.
That'd be a keep.
One.
I
We have
think that's a keep.
6, 7 mana, and that's 8. So it doesn't quite give us enough to.
But I don't think we need it. We're still winning the long game right now.
But I just think we just leave it on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any really attacks that can punish us. I mean, he does have Slash of Talons, so we can't really just like blindly. We can't actually block at all because he'll just slash or swing Queen's Agent, even if we like block the Nest Robber. Plus, I think having a 4/4 lifelink is good enough to not want to trade it off for a combat trick and a creature.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll happen. Alright, he's playing a Pterodon Knight.
This is. Would one choice be like a Vona, and then?
I think.
It can't pay 7 because it's a tap ability.
Yeah. I think our play is swing in with both, tap down his Frenzied Raptor. If he wants to trade off the Pterodon Knight and the Nest Robber for either of our creatures, that's fine. If not, he takes 8, and either way we gain 8, he takes 8, or chumps, and we play Vona. And I think Vona will pretty much wrap up the game. Because we have the lifelink on board now to just pop one of his creatures every turn, and that's just hard to keep up with. And if he wants to just take 8, like, that's also fine. Do we even lose to a Crash Ramparts? Or Dinosaur Stampede, I mean? That'd be 5. Oh, he's going for it. And, like I said, this is fine. Just in case any shenanigans happen, ordering the Pterodon Knight first, even though no shenanigans can happen. And then a Vona. Now, you could have made an argument for playing the Paladin instead, because he knows that that's in our hand.
But now he knows Vona was in our hand.
And also, if he happens to have a straight kill spell, it's much, much worse for us if he uses it on Vona.
Well, yeah.
Got the feeling. And see. See.
So what are you thinking about for our next turn?
Well, I'm thinking, depending on what he's got in there...
We know for a fact one of his cards is Slash of Talons.
Yeah. We could swing in, or we could declare attacks, and then since Vona has Vigi, we could tap and kill the Emissary of Sunrise. And then, even if he or she Slash of Talons is, we can kill whatever is on the field.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea of trading off Vona for a Frenzied Raptor and a Slash of Talons.
That's true.
I was leaning more towards using Vona's ability to take down the Emissary, swinging in with just the Queen's Agent, and if he wants to use all of the Slash on him, that's fine. And then play Paladin main 2. Because I'm okay with trading Queen's Agent for Frenzied Raptor Slash of Talons. I'm not okay with trading Vona for that. And it'll give us another creature on board. And get rid of both of... It will wipe his board if that goes that way. And take out one of the cards in his hand. And we net neg 3 life, which is still fine. So that's what I'm thinking. Does that seem like a play?
I can do that.
We're going to Merc the Emissary of Sunrise. And if he has 2 combat tricks and keeps his Frenzied Raptor, that's also okay. Yeah, it looks like he is going for the Slash of Talons. Oh no, yeah, he didn't have the Slash of Talons. That was silly of me. I forgot Frenzied Raptor was a 4-2. In my brain it was a 3-2. But this is still fine. Because...
we still have Vona and he doesn't.
Yeah, and if he has to... Yeah, like, that's still okay.
I mean, I'm not overly fond of it, if you must know.
Well, we take 5,
Yeah.
but if he even attacks with it, that was silly of him. He does not know how Vona works.
So now you're just gonna kill it.
We're going to go to attacks, because Vona has Vigilance, but you have to use his ability on your turn. But since it doesn't say use his ability only as a sorcery, that means you can use it at instant speed on your turn. So after we declare him as an attacker, we're going to tap him down to kill a charging Monstrosaur. And then he still attacks, so we still have the lifelink and the damage from him.
Okay.
Just like that. And then he'll take 8, and we'll gain 5.
And then we'll drop Queen Bee.
Oh, yeah, I should have.
Did you do the screw up?
I hit the
You did
pass
do
turn
the screw
button.
up.
Oh no.
And he plays another creature, and then we have Fatal. Yeah, we know his last card's Slash of Talent. There it is. Alright, we took the match.
Man.
I think this is our first video series that we started 1-0, so that's good. Pedro's good luck, apparently.
You're welcome, you guys. Pleasure.
Pedro, thanks for the comments. Do you have any other things to say about the game, the match?
Nope.
Hey,
Pretty much. That's all
I brought
had
in the
right
Living
there.
Allosaur for you.
I wanted to see him, but he was in there, so there was his chance. Other than that, I'm pretty good. I think I asked all the questions I had previously, so
Well,
And who knows? More questions might pop up next
Hey.
round.
there he is. He's there for you.
He could have been so great.
Like 10 turns down.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If it got to that point, we're
2,
probably
3,
already
4,
done.
5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, exactly 10. I don't know if you counted or not, but
I
it
did.
was actually 10. Chris, do you have any comments?
I don't think so. Other than you suck because you forgot to play the Queen's Base Soldier, even though it didn't matter.
The weakness of this deck feels like if we don't get on board quickly, we are going to get run over.
Yeah, that's
But-
actually a format thing more than
That's
just
fair.
this deck.
But we have enough ways to get on. I don't even think we should have necessarily lost the first game, like on a deck power level, scale. I think our deck is just better than theirs. I think we lost on the wall to 5.
Yeah.
That is not saying that the mull to 5 wasn't correct. I actually do think it was right to mull like that. Maybe we could have kept the 6. I don't know, but I think going to I think going to 5 was probably correct in that situation. It didn't pan out for us, and that happens sometimes. But I think that's the only reason we lost that game. I think our deck and how it plays is just better than theirs. Any other comments?
I don't think so, other than that this has been limited resources or limited experiences. It's
We are not
limited-
limited resources.
I've been listening to limited resources all week in
Don't
hopes to actually learn something and be sort of good at my hobby here.
don't get us sued.
So what would we give them? We don't have anything. We don't have money. We don't have credibility. If our 7 subscribers aren't already watching their videos, then why on earth are they watching ours? They don't need to know we have those. It's not my Moto account. And beyond that, this is
That we
still
have
limited
what?
experience. And beyond that, I will see you for round 2.
Yeah,
This
well,
is Pedro. This is Chris. And that's Adam.
yeah, well, and we'll see you guys in a little while for round 2.